Hi friends, I hope all are staying indoors very safely and comfortably. So today in this video, what we are going to discuss about is, I hope you have seen the topic already. Yes, it's April 22, a big screening is going to happen. What is the screening is all about and where is the screening going to happen? For that, you have to stay tuned and watch this video completely. So getting into the topic straight away, this month of April is unforgettable for all, not because of the COVID-19 lockdown. Apart from that, there is also another reason. The reason lies in the space. Some events happening in the space, something happening in the sky. Four brilliant events are being lined up for this month of April, which will make this month especially a fantastic one for all of us. For that, you have to go to your balconies or terrace and enjoy the show out there in the sky. So we'll discuss about those events. The first event which I'm going to talk is about the pink moon, which we all witnessed on April 7th. So I don't want to dig more into this topic because already we have witnessed that pink moon. But briefly, I'll say this pink moon is nothing but the full moon of April. Full moon happens every month. So this full moon of April, and also this moon gets into a position called perigee, which is the closest point to the Earth. The opposite of perigee is apogee, the farthest point of the Earth. So this moon gets into the perigee and the full moon both coincides, and that result is known as the super moon, also known as the pink moon. The word pink doesn't imply that the moon will pink in color. This word they have kept pink because of a flower which is blooming in North America. So that's about pink moon, our first event. The second event which is lined up for this month is the lining up of three big planets. One of the biggest planets, Jupiter, Saturn, Mars. They both will line up in a straight axis, and the moon will have a get together with all these planets. So that brilliant event, the date for this event is April 14, 15 and 16. On April 14, you can witness the moon on the right hand side of the Jupiter, and on 15, exactly between these three planets, and on 16, the last day, you can see the moon on the left hand side of the Mars. So what's so special about this arrangement, you can ask? This arrangement happens once in 2 years. So probably you can see this show again next is by 2023 only. So the third event, what I'm going to talk about is what I've already put in the topic. So it's the meteor shower. More specifically talking, it is the Lyrid Meteor Shower which is going to happen. About the dates, it is from April 16 to April 25. It's going to happen. So to know more about this Lyrid Meteor Shower, first we have to get some terms of space. So first I'll be talking about the comet. What is a comet? Comet is nothing but a mix of dust, rocks and metals plus dicey particles. This is only the comet. So this comet will have a particular orbit in the solar system and they will be circling in that. So when this comet encounters or comes close to the sun, due to the heavy heat of sun, this comet will sublimate. What is sublimation? Exact opposite of freezing. So in sublimation, the state will change from solid to a gaseous form, and due to heavy solar winds from the sun, these dust particles and rocks of this comet will blown off and give a tail-like structure to a comet, that which we famously called as a comet tail. And we have 3000 plus comet in this universe, and some comet will pass to the Earth, very near to the Earth. So that's about the comet. Next we'll talk about the asteroid. What is an asteroid? Asteroids are nothing but a comet without an ice. Just dust and metals and the rock forms as an asteroid. So these asteroids are like a tiny planets. Actually, they are this broken parts from a planet. They all group together and form as an asteroid. Hence, they are referred as a tiny planets. So these asteroids are having a certain belt known as the asteroid belt, which are present between Jupiter and Mars. So these asteroids will circle on and that asteroid belt, and often these asteroids will miss their asteroid belt and they'll come into close contact with the Earth. That is about the asteroid. Next we'll be talking about the meteor. So what is this meteor? As I told, these asteroids and comets, we can take it as a flying rocks in space. So when these flying rocks miss out their path and when they encounter the Earth, when they come towards the Earth, these rocks will enter the surface or enters the layers of the atmosphere. We have some 5 layers of atmosphere, and these rocks will come into contact with those layers of atmosphere, and due to the gas present in the atmosphere, these rocks will burn up completely, called as a meteor. And while they are burning up, that's what we are seeing in the sky as a fast streak of light, and often we call as a shooting star. those shooting stars are known as the meteor. So that is about the meteor. And mostly all these rocks which are directed towards the earth are completely burnt up, and some rock or debris will pass through these layers of earth without being burnt, and they'll reach the surface of the earth known as the meteoroid. So I hope you're clear with this concept of comet, an asteroid, meteor, and the meteoroid. We'll talk about the meteor showers. There are 30 meteor showers happening in a year. Some famous meteor showers are Quadrantids, Lyrids, and Eta Aquarids, Delta Aquarids, and Leonoids, Geminoids. These are the famous meteor showers happening in a year. And now we are talking about the Lyrid Meteor Shower, which is happening in the April, exactly starting from April 16 and ending on April 25. So what is more special about this Lyrid Meteor Shower is this Lyrid Meteor Shower is coming from a comet named Thatcher. Some pieces of that comet is known as the Lyrid Meteor Shower, and this comet Thatcher has an orbit around the sun. The period of this orbit is 415 years. So now from that comet Thatcher, some pieces are coming, that is known as the Lyrid Meteor Shower. What is so special about this Lyrid Meteor Shower is you can see or witness 15 to 20 shooting stars when this Lyrid Meteor Shower is pouring in. That is the most interesting thing. And just imagine 15 to 20 shooting stars happening in 1 hour. Can you imagine? It will be so interesting to watch out. And another interesting feature is you don't need any special equipments to watch out. You can watch in the naked eye itself. So if you ask me what is the perfect time to watch this, according to NASA's report, the best time to watch is 90 minutes before the sunrise of April 22. So I prefer on April 22 early morning 4 o'clock, please go to the balcony or your terrace and just enjoy the streaming what I have mentioned. That is what I mentioned, April 22 live streaming at your skies, and watch out for the spectacular shooting stars. And many astrologers believe that if you see the shooting stars at the naked eye, whatever wish you do, that will happen. So please go and watch the Lyrid Meteor Shower of this April. So the final event which we are going to talk is about the asteroid 52768. This asteroid 52768 is coming into a close encounter with Earth on April 29. This is also happening on early morning, but this cannot be seen on naked eye. You need some telescope for this. But don't worry, there are some numerous online streaming for that. You can watch out there. But many of the astronomers claim, many astrologers claim that this asteroid 52768 is directly coming into contact with Earth, and it is going to enter the Earth, and this asteroid is so huge and the world is going to end and all. So please neglect them. It is not like that. Yes, obviously this asteroid 52768 has been named as a potentially hazardous element as per NASA. But there are some 22 other potentially hazardous elements listed also, but those 21 hazardous elements have not done any harm to Earth, just they will pass by. So this asteroid is also going to pass by only, it is not going to harm Earth anymore. So that is about the 4 interesting events which are lined up for this month of April. You can ask me a question, these events happen every month. Why this April month is going to be a very special? Because of especially of this April 22, which is the Lyrid Meteor Shower, 15 to 20 shooting stars. It will be very interesting to watch out, one reason. And second, we are in this coronavirus lockdown, so there is no pollution out there. Air pollution has been so less, drastically reduced, so you can enjoy these things very comfortably, and there is a high chance that you can watch all these events in your naked eye. So that is the thing about this April and about this April 22 live streaming. So I hope instead of watching Money Heist and playing Ludo, you can go out to your balcony or terrace and enjoy the show out there. Brilliant show which is going to be there.